the way 100% of you work across the entire board is you operate like this. First, it's who do you know? Who do you know? Are you dating someone? Are you married to someone? Are you in the network with someone? Are you working for someone else? It's all about who you know. Who's your father? Who's your mother? And then it's how much money do you have? If you have 4 million, 10 million, 7 million, 8 million, how do you look? Are you attractive? Are you skinny? Are you unattractive? Are you pretty? Are you attractive? That's it. Are you attractive? Are you attractive to the mass majority of people? Meaning, do you intimidate people to where they are submissive and purchase because you demand that they buy your perfume? And that's the reality, folks. You are all fucking sheep. Bells and whistles would be the product, would be their clothing, their hair, and their makeup. And then how do you post? Do you post about like beach photos in a bikini? Do you post about posts sitting next to somebody who's famous? Do you post erotica of Getty Images? Do you post of your plate of food that looks like a staged meal? What does your platform look like? Because when you have all those things, then you'll get a brand deal. Because you've already paid with the money you have to buy your followers. Because that's how the platforms work. So these people have all this opportunity, and then they lie out their fucking faces about how there's organic reach. There ain't no fucking organic reach, and you fucking know it. That's the fucking lie. And the whole grand scheme of things, all this shit is the only thing that fucking matters. And right here is the biggest concern of all, because these people already have money. And they have never learned anything in their life except for abusing other people to get more money. And then they've been given a platform to spew out lies and garbage of elementary school bullshit that doesn't make a difference in the world, such as, well, you gotta like yourself. Yeah, and you know, sometimes I don't like myself, but then I go and write in my journal about my wellness journey, and then I say I like myself. And then I'm going to pose an erotic video with my diamond ring and tell everybody how much I like myself, while you then try to act like that's actually a real feeling when you're that dumb that it's not real. Nobody likes you, girl. The next thing you want to understand, how many galas and events are you going to? Meaning, if you go take a look at certain people's pages, they're not really getting a whole lot of traffic on their Facebook page, which actually sets the tone of what's actually going on their page. But because they're standing next to a dude that has 40 million followers, they're getting the traction that they need to get brand deals. Just enough views to go to a clean eat party or a gala event where everybody is literally falling all over themselves, trying to run away from her. I'm not really sure how you haven't seen through your delusion yet to understand that nobody likes the Middle East in this country. Not even the worst of the worst like Ashley Graham. So while you sit around and you bullshit people, Gary Vaynerchuk, you're a culprit in their Ponzi, because he'll tell you to go have podcasts with small podcasters who like have 4 or 5 people. However, he doesn't actually do it. He just tells you to do it. But none of you actually want to take that first step to actually have a podcast with anyone of value, of substance. Because if you have substance and you actually expect people to listen to dialogue of knowledge, something happens along your journey as you grow, as you stop talking about logic, and then you just say shit like, be kind, in the 12 and a half. So at some point in Gary Vaynerchuk's journey as a prime example, is he used to really motivate people and then he'd tell you who wasn't a motivator. He used to be entertaining with the wine shit, and now he's just a dumbass who repeats himself over and over again about what? 12 and a half emotional ingredients, which is a detriment to society. You don't just have optimism. You don't be Mona Van and have optimism. No, they don't know what optimism means, because when you need optimism, it's because you are being abused. Not because you're feeling sorry for yourself because you didn't get talked to by Leonardo DiCaprio at the white party. So I didn't get talked to at the white party by Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm feeling very sad about that. Now I need optimism. Not really sure what you think just saying the name Leonardo DiCaprio even means, you freaks. I guess you all must be sheep. So by the example of my content, the example of what what I went through with the Democratic Party, it should be pretty fucking obvious how the Kamala Harris Biden administration were fucking vile criminals who invited Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Mona Van, Hannah Bronfman, and other freaky ass influencers to the White House, who literally deliver nothing more than this shit, while telling you about how nice you should be nice to them, and how they went to the Paris Olympics, and how they got up in the morning and they had a wheatgrass juice, and they did it in 2 shots, and they really just hired someone to make it for them, and then they pretended, and then they hired a food chef, and they went on TV, and then they had all the menu planned out. No fucking shit. Where they every fucking day try to copy my shit, and it never ever affects anything except for making them look more fucking stupid, while Gary Vaynerchuk stands there and says, I'm a nice guy. You're not a fucking nice guy. None of you are fucking nice people. You literally silence people who are out to do right by people, because doing right by people looks like this. And the middle class, the millennial and Gen Zs, don't have the fucking balls, confidence, and they're insecure as fuck to be talked to in a way to build them in a professional model. No, they just want to be models of it all. I want to pretend to be a veterinarian. I want to pretend to be this. I want to pretend to do this. I want to pretend, and then get their foot in the door, and then pretend until somebody fucking dies, and then they'll just say, well, oh well. And then they'll make some fucking excuse for the other 2 veterinarians who are like, well, what the fuck? And she's like, well, I did everything I was supposed to. Well, then why is my dog not feeling well? So now you're hiring people who are in millennial and Gen Z era, who don't know shit about shit, who are now doing surgeries and giving medicines and shit. But we got Mona Van, who doesn't even say medication. She says functional medicine. And then you've got the biggest guy on the influencer platform, because of me, promoting that shit. And talking shit about what? Real medicine? She's never talked about anything of intelligence. And then you all just like woo over her fucking filthy ass Middle Eastern culture. The reason the Americas became American is not because of what Qatar shows you. Qatar shows you everything that she's fucking up to, and that shit ain't gonna make it in this country, you ugly bitch. You're not gonna get your ass executed, I'm gonna tell you that right now. You ever heard of OSHA? Osho? He was executed too. They just pretended like he offed himself. Well, she was meditating, and then she took an overdose of her anxiety medicine, and oops, sorry. It's kind of what they did to Prince. However, this will be a worthy cause for all of us in society. The world would be a better place without you, Mona Van. How does it feel? The world would be a better place without Mona Van or Kim Kardashian. The entire Kardashian clan, if you never existed, the world would be a better place. That's some really intense conversation, isn't it?